Hi, welcome to everybody. Today we shall learn about getting to know about plants. This getting to know about plants is as study of the parts of the plant. The parts of the plants as we are going to learn, it is as morphology. Morphology means study of external features. Now the parts of the plants are root, stem, leaf, flower, fruits and seeds. Now the region where the leaves arise is called node and the space between the two nodes is called internode. Region between the leaf is called internode. The point from which the leaf arises is called node. So the parts of the plants are root, stem, leaf, flower, fruits and seeds. Then we come across another two new terms. One is node, the point of attachment of the leaf. Another one is internode. Now the root is as root system and which is found below the soil and the shoot system is found above the soil. Root system is as having following characteristic feature. It is brown in color, positively geotrophic and absence of nodes and internodes and it is found below the soil. Brown in color, we know the meaning. Positively geotrophic means roots are growing towards the soil, towards the center of gravity. And it is absence of nodes and internodes. The nodes and internodes, they are present only for the shoot system. There is no such thing present in the root system. And then it is found below the soil. Now this root system, it is of two types. One is taproot system. Another one is fibrous root system. Now this taproot system, it is characteristic of the dicot plant. Dicot plant means seeds which have two cotyledons. Two cotyledons again in a sense. We used to eat groundnut. The what we are eating, that is the cotyledon. So the plants which have two cotyledons, they are called dicot plants, and plant which has only seed which has only one cotyledon, they are called monocot plant. That is the characteristic feature for fibrous root system. So now the taproot system, it is having a central thick taproot, otherwise primary root, and which in turn gives rise to secondary root, and this in turn gives rise to tertiary root. I say again, taproot system, there is a center thick taproot which gives rise to secondary, which in turn tertiary root. Now the taproot system, it is the characteristic feature of the dicot plants. Dicot plants include bean, mango, examples. Whereas fibrous root system, it is arising from the base of the stem and then giving a cluster of roots. Actually it has a primary root, but it is short-lived. That short-lived primary root, it is ephemeral in nature. So the ephemeral nature, primary root is short-lived, from which arises a cluster of fibrous root system. And it is characteristic of the monocot plant. Example, grass. This is about the types of root system. And all these two root systems, it is having the following characteristic features. What are they? Brown in color, positively geotrophic, absence of nodes or internodes, and it is found below the soil. Now the functions of the root, major one, it fixes the plant firmly in the soil, that is called anchorage. Function of the plant mainly, it fixes the plant firmly in the soil, that is known as anchorage. And then another major function, absorption of water and minerals. From the root hairs, it absorbs water and minerals from the soil. So two main functions of the roots are anchorage, fixing the plant in the soil, and absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Okay. Now see this one. I am showing the plant. This is a taproot system. Now here it is having a taproot, a central thick primary root from which arises secondary and tertiary root. Now here also, see here, there is a center thick taproot. Actually there are more soil here, so you may not be seeing clearly. Now here it is visible, center thick taproot. Now when we see this plant, now this is a whole plant what I am holding. Now this is a root system, and then these are the leaves. Then now this is a nodal portion. See here. This is a nodal portion. This is one node. This is another node. The space between these two is the internode. And then the tip of the leaf, it bears the fruits and flowers and fruits like this here. This is the morphology of the plant, and these are the morphology or external structure of the root system. Next we move on to the structure of leaf. As what do we know about leaf? It is green in color. The parts of the leaf, it is green in color. See here. There is a center nerve-like structure. It is green in color. This one. Now see here, what I am showing, this is a leaf. It is green in color. It has two parts, two portions. This is the dorsal side and this is the ventral side. So as the leaf has two portions seen clearly, it is called dorsiventral leaf. As two regions are seen clearly as upper and lower or dorsal and ventral, it is known as dorsiventral leaf. And from the portion from where the nodal region, it is the stalk of the flower. Stalk of the leaf, that is called petiole. The stalk of the leaf is called petiole. In most of the plants, petiole will be present, but in few plants, the petiole will be absent. This absence of petiole, it is sessile in nature. I repeat, a dorsiventral leaf with the dorsal side and ventral side. The stalk of the leaf is called petiole. If petiole is absent, the leaf is said to be sessile. Now the center one, what runs here, it is called midrib. This is the midrib. There is a central vein running from the petiole to the tip of the leaf, that is called midrib. And the midrib bears many lateral veins. On the ventral side, the lateral veins are seen clearly. They are the lateral veins. These are the lateral veins. Then the margin of the leaf. See here, this is the margin of the leaf. This margin of the leaf is the leaf margin. The leaf margin may be smooth in nature, as in mango. The leaf margin may be smooth in nature, as in mango, or it has serrate margin like this, as in hibiscus. Hibiscus na chembati or shoe flower we say. So it is having serrate margin in hibiscus leaf. And the entire leaf, it is covered by numerous veins. And these veins, arrangement of veins on the leaf is called venation. Arrangement of veins on the leaf is called venation. Now the first petiole, then leaf margin, it ends in leaf tectum. Now the flat portion of the leaf is called leaf lamina. Now this lamina only provided with the numerous lateral veins, that is called venation. Arrangement of veins on the leaf is called venation. Now this venation again, it is of two types. One is reticulate venation. Arrangement of veins on the leaf is called venation. It is of two types. One is reticulate venation, another one is parallel venation. Now when the veins are in network, in mostly diploid plant, it is called reticulate venation. When the veins are running parallel to each other, as you have seen in banana leaf, it is called parallel venation. I hope you are able to follow this. So arrangement of veins on the leaf is called venation. It is of two types, reticulate venation and parallel venation. Network of veins is reticulate venation and it is characteristic of diploid plant. And parallel venation, veins running parallel to each other, that is parallel venation. Example for reticulate venation, diploid plant, mango leaf, hibiscus leaf, whereas monocot plant example, banana leaf. Now this venation, we could see clearly above the soil level. So when I say you are given a plant, asked to observe without pulling out the root system. Now can you say what type of root system will the plant have? I repeat, you are asked to observe a plant and you are asked to say what type of root system will the plant have. What can you say? We know the venation of the leaf. As if the leaf is having reticulate venation, definitely the plant will have taproot system. If the venation is parallel, then it is monocot plant. So with that we will say it is a fibrous root system. I hope you are learning about parts of the plant, root system and types of root system and structure of leaf. Now the functions of the leaves are, first one, photosynthesis. Function of the leaf, first one, photosynthesis. Second one, respiration. And third one is transpiration. Main function only we are talking about. As photosynthesis, plants prepare food with the help of the leaf and the process is known as photosynthesis. Plants respire by exchange of gases of carbon dioxide and oxygen, that is respiration. Transpiration is the process where evaporation of excess water from the green plant is called transpiration. What do you mean by excess plant? Daily we are watering the plant a bucket of water. It is not necessary and it will not be taken by the plant all full bucket of water. Whatever is needed for the process photosynthesis, that amount of water alone will be absorbed by, used by the green plants, and that excess water will be evaporated, and that process is called transpiration. So for all these three processes, photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken in, oxygen is given out. Respiration, oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is given out. And transpiration, evaporation of water. For all these three processes, it is a structure called stomata, which is taking part in exchange of gases. I hope you are able to follow me. Thank you. In previous session, we have been learning about morphology of the plant. Now, the morphology of the plant, we have studied up to root system and shoot system, and in the shoot system about the structure of a leaf. Today, I got a plant where it has a clear presence of nodes and internodes. Now, what I am seeing, these two leaves from where it arises, they are called node. The space between these two nodes is called internode. That's what I got a plant, so I am just showing you. Next, we will move to a topic, reproductive morphology. What do you know about it? Here, we say as reproduction is continuation of the species. Now, this reproduction, again in the parts of the plant, in the shoot system, leaf and stem portion is included under vegetative morphology, and structure of flower is included under reproductive morphology. So, in a given plant, the reproductive part is the flower, and this flower in turn forming the fruits and seeds. So, it includes under the heading reproductive morphology. Now, for the reproductive morphology, the bud is the first sign of reproduction. So, the formation of bud, appearance of bud is the first sign of reproduction. Now, this bud in a given plant, it may be in the tip of that is called terminal bud, or it may be from the axil of the leaf, that is known as axillary bud. So, appearance of bud is the first sign of reproduction. Now, the bud, when it blooms, it forms the flower. Now, what do you know about the flower? The parts of the flowers are, first, it is called calyx, next, corolla, third one is the androecium, which is the male part of the flower, and fourth one is the gynoecium, which is the female part of the flower. These are called the whorls of the flower. Whorls na parts, how they are arranged, that is whorl. As first whorl, second whorl, third whorl, fourth whorl, or outer, inner to that innermost. So now the calyx and corolla, they are called accessory whorl, or spelling ACCESORL, accessory whorl or non-essential whorl. Whereas this one is the essential whorl. I repeat, calyx and corolla, they are the accessory whorl, and androecium and gynoecium are the essential whorl. Because androecium is the male part of the flower, giving rise to male gamete. Gynoecium is the female part of the flower that will give the egg portion or the ovum. But in plant, we just say it is as a egg portion. That is the female gamete. So these two are the must. So androecium and gynoecium, essential whorl. Calyx and corolla are the accessory whorl. Now in a given flower, just see the diagram. This is the calyx. This is the corolla. Red ones are the corolla. Inner to that is the androecium. That and these two are the antecium. That is the gynecium. These two are the antecium. So now in a given flower, let's show the flower. It's very so small. Just understand. Here, see this one. What I am holding is the stalk of the flower. It is called pedicel. The green one, what you are seeing, is the calyx. The white one are the petals. Now I say calyx, green in color, formed of sepals. Again, calyx formed of sepals, the green color, and corolla formed of petals. That is the red one. And what you are seeing, the white structure, that is the gynecium, which is enclosing the antecium is in outside it. Can you see green color, yellow color bristle-like structure? That is the antecium of the flower. This is the hibiscus flower, white in color. Now this calyx, when it is separated, this is forming a single sepal. So now I am labeling a single sepal. And these are the petals. Corolla formed of petals. When it is remove the petal, normally we arrange like this. So these are the petals of a flower. And this one is antecium. Antecium, there is in a hibiscus flower, in a shoe flower, chapati poo chudunga, and it is having a long stem-like structure that is called staminal tube. Now this staminal tube has stamen. Now this stamen, it is having a structure called filament, which is the stalk of the stamen, and this is the anther head portion, anther lobe, which contains the pollen. So now the structure of anther having a stalk called filament and the cap-like structure anther, otherwise we say anther lobe, which contains the pollen, the male gamete. So antecium, male part of the flower, formed of numerous stamens. What is the structure of the stamen? Having a stalk filament and the cap-like structure anther, which contains pollen grains. This is for the structure of antecium. When I come to gynecium, there is a basal swollen ovary, a long style ending in stigma. Basal swollen ovary, a long style ending in stigma. In hibiscus alone, in Chembati the stigma will be 5 in numbers. Medium flower only one stigma will be present. I hope you are able to follow. So female part of the flower, basal swollen ovary, a long style ending in 5 stigmatic branches. Now this ovary contains the ovule. Now these ovules are arranged like this, as this is the outer part of the ovary wall. So it is called ovary wall. And these are the ovules. This you can be seeing clearly at home when we eat ladies finger, bendekai as a vegetable. No? So when the ladies finger is cut, we find structure like this. There we find all the 5 chambers where the ovules are present. These ovules are transformed into seeds. So that is forming the internal structure of the ovary, like this TS of ovary. This I will say about one more, what is TS and what is longitudinal. Now in a given flower, say here, in a given flower, I take one. Here when the flower ovary is cut like this. This is forming transverse section, otherwise cross section. When the flower is cut like this, it is the longitudinal part of the flower. Endless of ovary, endless of flower we say. So this cut is longitudinal, this cut is transverse section. So here the ovary is cut like this. This portion is cut like this. So this is the transverse ovary of the flower. What is the structure? Outer ovary wall, inner to that, there are 5 chambers. These chambers are called locules. So there are 5 chambers where the ovules are attached in the center. That is called axis of the ovary. So now this chamber, it varies from flower to flower. It may be there is only one chamber, as in pink patani solluvolla. Adukula pathina ore onnu da, that is only one chamber. It may be 2 chamber, and it may be as 3, 4 and 5. Normally 5 chambers are in dicot plants. So here there are 5 chambers where the ovules are attached on the axis of the plant. I hope you are able to follow this. And here you should know one more, as flowers are said to be bisexual. We come across few terms. The flowers are said to be bisexual as both the essential words are present. And it is also as a complete flower or perfect flower. Another one, it is unisexual, where there is only one, either androecium or gynoecium will be present. If androecium alone is present, then it is said to be male flower or staminate flower. When it is female, it is said to be pistillate flower. Now, we come across another term, gynoecium. It is also known as pistil. So it is said to be a pistillate flower. I hope you are able to follow this. So we come across bisexual, perfect or complete flower with both essential organs as male and female, and unisexual, male flower is said to be staminate flower, female flower is said to be pistillate flower. Now after the maturation of the flower, the next process is formation of fruit. For the formation of fruit, there are 2 processes to be taken, as one is pollination and another one is fertilization. Pollination is in all flowering plant, pollination and fertilization to occur for the formation of fruit. If there is no pollination, the process of fertilization will be delayed or it will be aborted. So here pollination is the transference of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma so that it reaches the ovule. So that transference of pollen grain is called pollination. And once the pollen reaches the ovule, the male gamete pollen grain will fuses with the ovule or the egg to form a fruit. So that fruit is nothing but a fertilized ovary, or a ripened ovary is nothing but a fruit. And the fruit may be simple fruit or dry fruit. Simple fruit again, simple fruit or multiple fruit or composite fruit. And this simple fruit, it may be a fleshy fruit or a dry fruit. Fleshy fruit, na example, mango, brinjal, they are all forming a fleshy. Tomato, orange, they are all having fleshy part of the fruit. So it is said to be fleshy fruit. Dry fruit example, all the beans variety. Avarakkai, kottavarakkai adala dry fruit. These are the two simple types of fruits as fleshy fruit and the dry fruit. And then the seed further after maturation of the fruit, when it is dispersed, that grows and spread to, or by dispersal is growing into a new plant by the process germination. That marks the end of the reproductive morphology. Thank you.